There was literally shower curtains separating the different desks of the 22 people sitting inside, moving paperwork back and forth. There's also no table or pencils to fill out the paperwork. Not to mention the form itself was about as thick as toilet paper, so it was a little difficult to write on. All right, so we're on our way to the immigration office to try to get our immigration renewed for a couple of months. I went to where the immigration office is and it was a junkyard. Luckily there was a old guy waiting inside who said to go to the mall across the street. That's where I am now. So we're gonna go inside, see how long it takes to renew. And then we'll get some breakfast. All right. I don't know if anyone has mentioned bajau before, but in the Philippines, there's a group of people called bajau who just beg kind of as a job. Like you can tell who they are because they all wear the same clothes, and they just, if you're a foreigner, they literally run at you to beg. And the kids, they'll have, you know, 6 or 7 kids with them. I mean, of course, I'm sure, I read the bajau people are like a ethnic group, so maybe they aren't all like this, but everywhere I've lived, Cebu, Davao, every city I've ever visited, Iloilo, Bacolod, they're everywhere, and they just beg for money, and they'll follow me down the street begging for money. And I've been told not to give them money because it's, at least people here say it's like a syndicate where someone forces them to come beg and stuff. And so I don't know how true that is, but if you move to the Philippines, get used to that. They're gonna beg you for money for sure. So anyway, let's go inside and see how it goes. So that was a church in the mall. You could still hear them playing music. Because even in the malls here, it's all religious, which is interesting, but not something you would ever see in America. You can still hear the choir right now. Anyway, we're going upstairs. We're gonna see how long this takes. All right, that was a little disorganized. So you definitely can't take video in there. I tried to, and the lady told me no immediately. So you have to wear pants in there. Which is an interesting rule. I'm glad I read that before I came. No one else, no other immigration office I've been to has required that, but they do here in Davao. When I went inside, it was very like disorganized. Like it was, there was just papers stacked up like 8 feet high on the wall, like just piles and piles of papers. It was kind of organized chaos, I guess is the best way to describe it. Like there were 22 staff that I counted and only 15 people in there for service. So I'm not really sure why there's so many people. In Lapu-Lapu they only had 4 staff working, and I waited about 6 minutes, 7 minutes on average and got out of there. But here it was 45 minutes, which is a lot, at least for me. I guess on some immigration offices are much worse than that. I've heard of horror stories like in Manila or downtown Cebu where people wait hours. But yeah, this was an interesting experience. I would say if you're gonna come, be prepared to spend at least an hour, just in case. All the tiles were missing. There was literally shower curtains separating the different desks of the 22 people sitting inside, moving paperwork back and forth. There's also no table or pencils to fill out the paperwork. Not to mention the form itself was about as thick as toilet paper, so it was a little difficult to write on. But you know, it's done. Luckily, you've only got to do it every 2 months. So I saw there's some carinderias nearby. We're gonna walk over there. It's so bright. Let's get some food and then I guess go back home. We'll see you later. Bye. All right, so we're gonna have a little breakfast. We got sinuglaw, which is like vinegar, pork, and cucumbers. Pansit. We got some pakbet, which is like mixed vegetables, and then some rice here near the immigration office. So we're gonna give it a try. Very soft. That's just grilled pork. I think they said this was 50 pesos, which is about $1 Excellent. Excellent. Let's try the pancit. It's definitely hot. It's steaming. Excellent as well. This is right across from the NCC Mall. Vegetables are good too. Everything's really nice. Tastes like very meaty, like there's meat in everything here. So definitely happy. And then I'll feel better going to the immigration office and sitting in lines for the next hour. Who knows? So anyway, we're gonna get this, and then I think after I'll go try to find some more street food around here. So this is actually very near San Roque Elementary, which is where the San Roque barbecue is. There's a barbecue night market that one of the teachers here puts on. I did a video of that place. It was good. I think it was buy 10 sticks, get one free. But we actually found some better barbecue places just like one block down the street before we came at night. So let's see, I think it's just here around the corner. We'll see if my camera holds up. I think it's getting low on storage, but let's see. So this is where Google says there's like 6 or 7 carinderias in a row. But I don't know if you can see behind me, they're all shuttered. And the signs are like so old, they're faded away. I do see one place called La Seals Eatery and Persan. So let's walk over and see if we can find some food. Hey boss, is that Lanka? Okay. How much is that? I'll have the Lanka. And then Sinu Lao? Yeah, I'll do one of those. And then, what is this one? What's the name of this? Pakbet? I'll have one pakbet and one rice, All right, that was delicious. How long will it take me to get a taxi on this side street, I wonder? Maybe a long time. Let's see. No, he's already got a ride. Okay. But they also had kakanin, which is like a rice dessert treat. It was biko. I don't know if biko is technically a kakanin or what. They also had toron with kamote, which is like an egg roll full of sweet potato and covered in melted sugar. So I'm gonna get a ride home because it's hot as hell. And then we're gonna try those and see how they are. All right, we'll see you. Bye. What's up guys? So I got home now. You can kind of see my condo in the back. It's just a small studio. But I just got home with my snacks, kakanin and toron. So we're gonna give it a shot and see how it tastes. So this is biko. It's like a caramelized sugar and sticky rice. It's still hot. It's good. I mean, it's about like every biko I've ever had, just kind of like rice and a little bit of sugar. It's not bad. It kind of reminds me of like a taffy a little bit because it's kind of chewy. And then we've got a toron. So overall it was a good trip today. Not too expensive. I think I got breakfast and lunch. Each was about 100 pesos. I got 5 pieces of the snacks, and those were 10 pesos each, so 50 pesos. And then my taxi each way was about 100 pesos. So this is still hot. You can see it's glistening with the sugar that's on the outside. Wow. Can you see the purple? This is like a ube turon. Wow. That may be the best best turon I've had. It's so good. I've never had one with the ube potato inside, and it's not fake ube. It's just like the natural sweet potato, like tuber thing. It's huge. It's like eating half a potato, half a sweet potato. So anyway, guys, that was the immigration office here in Davao City. Not super exciting. It's a little bit disorganized, but honestly, that's about half the stuff I run into here. The people are super nice, very helpful, so it makes it worth it. But everyone here who lives here can tell you the government is in need of a little bit better organization. So that's about the most I can say about it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.